Hi guys, so I was looking at this article in Sky News the other day, and I meant to make a video about it, but there's so much going on that I just didn't get to it. It was very interesting. It says here Princess Kate has finished chemotherapy and she says she's focused on staying cancer free. Okay, nothing too crazy there. But then they went on to say that the princess has shared an update 6 months after revealing she had been diagnosed with cancer after having routine abdominal surgery. Nothing unusual there because that did happen, right? But then as I continued to read this article, I saw the most bizarre statement in the middle of the article. It says here, in March, the princess confirmed that pre-cancerous cells had been found following abdominal surgery and that she would have to undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy. I repeat, the princess confirmed that pre-cancerous cells had been found following abdominal surgery. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a difference between having cancer and having pre-cancerous cells, correct? I mean, it's not the same thing to say that you have cancer and that you have pre-cancerous cells, right? I mean, what does it even mean to have precancerous cells? I mean, it says here a precancerous cell is a cell with certain abnormalities that makes it more likely to become cancerous, right? A precancerous cell is a cell with certain abnormalities that makes it more likely to become cancerous. So, having a precancerous cell does not mean that you have cancer. It says these abnormalities don't mean that it will become cancer. In fact, most don't. But the diagnosis allows healthcare providers to monitor you closely and act quickly if cancer does occur. In some cases, the affected tissues may be removed proactively, right? It says you can get precancerous cells in nearly any part of your body, the skin, breast, colon, and cervix. It says, unlike cancer cells, they do not invade nearby tissues or spread to distant organs, distant articles. This article explains what precancerous cells are and what causes them. It also describes the different types of precancerous cells and what can be done to treat them. So precancerous cells is not cancer. So when Sky News Australia says that she's now cancer free and that she announced that she had cancer in March, but then you say that she had precancerous cells, this is a conflict. This is not consistent. There's an inconsistency in this article and an inconsistency in what Kensington Palace and Kate told the public. Did she have cancer or did she have precancerous cells? It says here in this article, what are precancerous cells? The term precancer may sound scary, but it simply means that there are cells that have grown abnormally, causing their size, shape, or appearance to look different from normal cells. These changes may increase a person's risk of developing cancer, but there is usually no way to tell if they will ever become cancer. It says in many cases, the abnormal cells will remain the same or even return to normal. Most precancerous cells do not morph into invasive cancer cells, right? It says precancerous conditions can range from benign tumors to a cluster of highly abnormal cells called dysplasia, right? And it says that If precancerous cells are removed before they become cancerous, your risk of cancer should, in theory, be eliminated, right? Then it goes on to tell you here the types of precancerous cells, and then it tells you what causes precancerous cells. And I'm looking to see how do you treat the precancerous cell, how to treat precancerous cells. The treatment of precancers depends on where in the body the cells are located. In some cases, close monitoring is all that is needed to see if dysplasia progresses or goes away without any treatment. Other cases are treated just to be safe or after weighing the benefits and risks of treatment. Okay? It says you can do something called cryotherapy and surgery. Often precancer cells can be removed with a procedure called cryotherapy. This involves freezing the cells, okay? That doesn't take 9 months to do. Now, there's something called chemo prevention. In some conditions, your healthcare provider may recommend chemo prevention. This involves medications that reduce the risk of precancerous cells coming back again after treatment. So you can just take some medicines. Some studies suggest that aspirin and other non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs may help to reduce the risk of cancer in people at average risk, including colon, ovary, prostate, liver, skin, esophageal, pancreatic, and breast cancer. Okay, so that's sort of what precancerous cells are. So when you tell me, when Sky News Australia says that, Kate has finished, this cancer treatment. I mean, Kate never had cancer. You can't say precancerous cells are cancer. They're not. It's not the same world. It's not the same thing. It says here, opening up about the impact it has had on her family. She says, the cancer journey is complex, scary, and unpredictable for everyone, especially those closest to you. This time has above all reminded William and me to reflect and to be grateful for the simple yet important things in life, which so many of us take for granted, of simply loving and being loved. I mean, I'm even looking here on People where it says Kate Middleton steps out for first major appearance alongside royal family since completing chemo, and it says here that what did it say here? It starts talking to me about Kate Middleton is stepping out for the first major ceremonial royal event after completing chemotherapy treatment for cancer. This is a different story from what Sky News Australia just reported, that she had found pre-cancer cells. So saying that she's completed chemotherapy treatment for cancer is either a lie, it's fake information, or it's misinformation, one of the three. And I don't know whether these reporters are just mixing up the message or that this mixed messaging is coming from Kate Middleton and Kensington Palace, herself and themselves, because having precancer cells is not the same as having cancer. Most of these cases where people have precancerous cells never balloon into cancer, right? And the treatment is out treatment. Sometimes they just take some aspirins, right, for a period of time. So what was presented to the public, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I do have a short memory, is that Kate was deathly ill, right? And she had to take an entire year off because of it, right? And all kinds of things were happening to her. She was pale, she was thin, it was dire, right? And she had cancer. She had to have chemo. She was so sick that if Meghan left the house in Los Angeles, Meghan was a bad person because Meghan was not staying inside while Kate recuperated, right? So when Sky News Australia says that she had precancer cells, why did they use that? Why did they use that terminology? It just seems like a deception. There's some kind of deception somewhere and I can't figure out what's going on here. Anyway, that's all for this one. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.